Mm, okay, so we're back, guys. This is the first video in quite a few time. The last one was back in November, and so I want to give you an update on how I've been doing and with my. So basically, I will share how November went, the monthly results, and then I will say what are my goals and expectations for December, and then I will also go a little bit in detail, not in detail, but I will lightly explain my how I developed my crypto strategy and the strategy that I'm gonna be using for the next few weeks, months, who knows. And then I will also tell you guys you can follow where you can see my trades live. So basically in November we traded indices and crypto. We day traded and we traded crypto. And indices, there's a lot to improve. And also December is not a very good month to trade indices. Like the I've been looking at the charts, but the price action is not really good for the strategy I'm using, and I haven't even taken a trade this month. So, but yeah, in indices we were profitable. We had a 44.44% win rate with an average 1.7 risk to reward. So we were profitable, but like I back tested, and all the trades that I took were like stupid mistakes and uh, things like that. So and then yeah, I'm also swing trading crypto, and I only took 5 trades last month, and I I had an 80% win rate with an average 2 risk to rewards, and I could have had on these trades, like on these first trades, I could have got like 7, 8, 10 risk to reward if I just let it open, but this is just to show. And also on the trade that I lost, my bias was right, but I executed it too early, and like I was literally liquidity. Like I got stopped out, and price reversed immediately in my direction, and then I got another entry, and then I won. Um, so yeah, with this in mind, like I still need more time trading the indices to become. I'm already profitable, but like this is not good profitability. I need to be more profitable. But crypto is looking very good. Like I know I only took 5 trades, but if I get my trade 20 trade sample size, it's gonna take me like months. So yeah, I pulled the trigger, and then uh going into December, I bought a two-step 5K funded account from Breakout Prop on December 1st, and my December goals are to pass my eval, get funded, and get a payout from Breakout. And I also want to learn order flow because I think it's order flow is like a crystal ball, and there's a guy called TraderXO on X. He uses order flow and is able to top tick and bottom tick almost every single move. So yeah, that's what I want for December. I mean, I've got a strategy. I still haven't taken any trades, but I had two opportunities that I missed. I missed 2 opportunities, and I'm gonna do the trade recap on those, which is also a weekly recap on what happened last week. So yeah, my strategy is basically risk 2% of the account on the first trade because I only lose the account if I lose more than 8%. So first I need to make 5% of the account, and then I need to make 10%, and then I get funded. So the strategy is risk 2%, which is $100 on the first trade on an A plus setup, and then yeah, and then just rinse and repeat. If I lose, I'll go back to risking 1%, and if I keep winning, I'll just keep risking 2%. So that's basically it. And so my crypto strategy is like pretty much just looking at the weekly, 3 day, and 1 day trend, and then I mark out my key levels on the yeah. So basically, I just look if it's bullish or bearish, and then I mark out my key levels on the chart where price has the potential to reverse off of. So what is this? This can be like uh, equilibrium, fair value gaps, order blocks. Um, yeah. pretty much it. And liquidity, yeah, liquidity is the most important one. And then once price gets to those key levels, I take a trade with confirmation on the 4 hour and sometimes execution on the 1 hour, and then I target the the key levels that are to the other side. So I'm gonna show an example of this on Bitcoin. I'm gonna do a trade recap of the trades that I could have taken last week. So on the weekly chart, we can clearly see we're bearish, right? We broke structure to the downside. Right here, we close above, boom, break of structure to the downside. Um, what are key levels? Well, we have a weekly fair value gap, but we're still very far away from it, and equilibrium as well. We're still very far away. So 3-day trend, what can we do? Okay, we mark out equilibrium. It's right here, and we have a daily. We have a 3-day fair value gap right here, right? So equilibrium, fair value gap on the 3-day time frame. We're still in bearish order flow because we need to inverse this gap right here, or either close above this high to become bullish on the 3-day time frame. On the daily, and I'm gonna share with you guys the first trade that I could have taken this week. We're still bearish until here. When we break structure to the upside here, what can we assume? We can assume that price is now, once it goes above this high, price is gonna go to the 3-day fair value gap and to the 3-day equilibrium, and probably take out this high right here. And we also have 1-day untested demand. Awesome. So we'll just remove this because we didn't even hit it when it reached here. And we might hit it in the future. We'll have to see if we get a confirmation on the 4 hour, on the 1 hour after this liquidity sweep. But yeah, the first trade so was like, okay, on Monday, on December 1st, we had the news of Japan that is gonna, of the carry, yen carry trade unwind or something like that, whatever. It doesn't matter. It was some fundamental news that came out bearish from Japan. They're gonna increase rates or whatever. So we had this fair value gap, we inversed it, but we inversed this gap right here and we became very shorter flow on all time frames. But since we maintained bullish structure here, because to start a 1-day downtrend, we'll need to close above this low, and we didn't. We closed above. So what trade could have taken? If we go to the 4 hour, we had an untested 4 hour order block right within here. Surprise, surprise. What happens? Price sweeps all of these low resistance lows to the downside into this demand here, and what do we get? Inverse fair value gap. We invalidated bearish order flow on the 4 hour time frame. If we look on the 1 hour, boom, we broke structure to the upside right here. What could we have done? Once we invalidate this bearish fair value gap, we could have long this. No. Right. We could have long this right here with a stop underneath the most recent low. Targeting where? We could have targeted the first highs up here. Actually up here. uh, 2.26 R, and then we could have target these final highs, because if you look at this was all low resistance liquidity as well. These becomes high resistance. Why? Because it was a move that swept all of this liquidity here, and then boom. Because when we came up here, we didn't even take out these highs, so it's obvious we made equal highs. It's obvious that we're gonna come back up here. So yeah, we're gonna have targeted like all the way up here at these highs. 3 risk to reward, bang, boom. That was the first trade we could have taken. I didn't take this. Why? Why did I didn't take this? Well, I first, this was the first day that I bought my funded account. This on the day that I bought it, and second, I was studying for a geography test, which was not really good. You know, I if I paid a little bit more attention, I would have caught this straight and immediately passed the first step. But whatever, we don't care. We move on. So this was the first trade that I could have taken, and then the second trade was, remember, we are still in bearish order flow on the 3-day time frame. We have this 3-day bearish fair value gap right here. What do we have? We have these highs. What is that? What do we see? We swept the highs, but we come above them again. This almost looks like a tree drive pattern, like move up, and then we get another move up. Boom, liquidity sweep. What do we see next? We start to come down. What is this? 79% extension. We are now in bearish order flow. And like, guys, I didn't take this trade. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I was expecting that we would come up. I was expecting that we would come up to these daily demand here. Oh, I was expecting that we. The reason why I didn't take it was I was expecting us to come up here. We didn't come up here, and then we never got a break of structure to the downside. Like, the only moment when we got a break of structure to the downside was all the way the fuck down here at 90k, and I was not gonna take a short at 90k. Why? Because we had these bullish fair value gap, this daily bullish fair value gap, which I should have discarded, because I should have paid, I should have given more importance to the 3-day fair value gap instead of the 1-day fair value gap. And look what happened, it got inversed just now, right? So I should have ignored it. And so what I should have done, what I could have done, was like, look, we are in bearish order flow already, even though we haven't break structure. We got a 79% extension, and this is the reason why I want to learn order flow. I want to see if longs are getting trapped here, to give me more confidence to go short straight away. And yeah, 79% extension. What can we mark out? We can mark out equilibrium. Would you look at that? We go into the hourly time frame. What we see? Equilibrium. Okay, we come up. Where is our most recent low? Right here. Now we wait for 1 hour break confirmation. Break of structure, inverse fair value gap, 79% extension. This is the most recent low. Now this is the most recent low. Look at that. What happened? We close underneath it. Boom. This is our entry. We go short here. Where do we put our stop loss? Above or below the second high on the execution time frame. Like, I mean, we could have put it like here, yeah, above the 4 hour high, or even above this hourly high, but I would be feel more safe putting it above the 4 hour high. And so, where do we target now? You might be asking, where do we target? We could have gone break even at this daily daily bullish fair value gap. We could have gone break even right here. Let me mark this out. And we could have put like our first take profit at the end of the daily bullish fair value gap. And also, what does that align with? That aligns with, look at that, the monthly open, the Monday high, and the weekly open, right? A lot of confidence in this level. This was key support. Like we broke it. I don't know if uh, I'll share my thoughts after, but this could be our second take profit and our first take profit. Sorry. And if I was in this trade, if I took it, like I think there's a high chance we roll over, and I'll be putting my take profit like all the way down here, 7R, and then all the way the fuck down here, like 9.74R. That's where I would put it. So, boom, we hit our first take profit right here, boom. And now we are in the weekend. Um, but yeah, that's basically it. Two back-to-back wins. I'm gonna delete everything. We could have taken these trades, we didn't. Whatever. We'll take even better trades next week. And so now, what do I expect? Um, this is a range, right? We can see if you just look, it's like boom, boom. This is a range, okay? I'm expecting now price to come down, take out these lows sometime in the future, and sometime in the future also I'm also expecting it, like once price takes out these low and these low, or it comes up and takes out these low again into this demand, those will be great opportunities for taking a trade now. So that's basically it. So now I already shared everything I wanted to share with you guys. The last thing is where I will share my thoughts and trades live. You guys can follow me on X, or which is crypto Twitter on CT, and this is my X handle. So you guys can follow me, or you can just see the stuff I post. I've been posting a lot of I've been doing a lot of shit posting and like just saying absurd stuff, but I'm gonna now focus more on actually sharing alpha that you guys can act on, and sharing actual information that you can capitalize on and use it to your own advantage and make some money with me. But yeah, also it will be kind of like my journal. So I'm gonna be sharing there what I think about the market, the trades that I want to take, and yeah, that's basically it, guys. Thank you for coming out here, and I'll see you soon. Peace.